Re- Reporter tells MSNBC that Obama administration is the most hostile to the media in the United States history. Oh, no shit. We all know that. This is by Tom Tillotson at BizPackReview.com. Truth of this is, it doesn't take a genius to see that. We're seeing journalists killed. We're seeing journalists completely silenced. We're seeing journalists all over the place being controlled and manipulated, thanks to Operation Mockingbird, of course. But the government wants to control everything we say about them because they don't want us to, or anyone, to tell the people the truth about what the fuck is going on. And with that being the case, it's leading to a lot of hostility. Now, let's read this article. The Obama administration is quick to celebrate the historic significance of just about every action it takes. But the White House is unlikely to embrace the claim that it's the most hostile in U.S. history when it comes to freedom of the press. Of course not. They want to make themselves continue to look good. Nevertheless, that is precisely the charge being leveled by a former White House reporter, Bob Franken. The talking heads at MSNBC were discussing complaints from photojournalists that the Obama administration is not allowing media photographers to take their own shots while pushing photos from White House-approved photographers. Let's use the F word here, or P word here. It's propaganda. Franken told his fellow panelists, every administration tries to manipulate the press, but this is the most hostile to the media that has been in U.S. history. The reason I say most hostile is because of the Justice Department moves that they've made against the press, Franken continued. Obviously, they have a contempt for the journalistic process. An incredible statement considering just how favorable the media has been to Barack Obama. Yeah, no shit, especially CNN and MSNBC. But even more so that it has occurred on MSNBC. As for Franken, it may be a while before you see his mug on the pro-Obama network again. Of course, they'll take him off there. Because anybody says anything about their new Jesus, their new God, is going to be exiled or called racist. That's just the way things go. So even if you're reporting on something that's the truth about Obama or his administration, you're automatically discredited and called a racist, and we don't know what we're talking about because Obama's the greatest man to ever walk the earth, according to so many people. So, if you're looking into any of the lies, Benghazi, or just anything, I can go over a countless plethora. In fact, if you look earlier on the YouTube channel, I think I gave top 10 reasons Obama should be impeached. I may have did 25 reasons, I don't remember. But the truth of this is look back. Obama's lies are deep. And I guess journalists are not supposed to look into that. We're not supposed to talk about it. And I say we're only because obviously, I've done radio work and writing for many, many years now. And truth of it is, we just got to look at things for what they are. And a true journalist, shows no favoritism. They report on whatever. I didn't like Bush. I don't like Obama. And that's just the truth. Now let's go ahead and check out this video and see what the hell these talking heads over at the liberal network MSNBC has to say. Let's check it out. Play, motherfucker, play.
Bob, you covered the White House for a long time. You've been around, and you were shaking your head there the whole time and wanting to chime in. What is it?
Well, let's use the P word here. This is propaganda. When it comes from the White House, government covering the government, it's not what you're supposed to do in the United States of America. But we have an administration. Every president gets to the point where he dislikes the press. It's that simple. And every administration tries to manipulate the press. But this is the most hostile to the media that has been in United States history. Not only do we have this thing where
Wait, you would go that far?
I would go that far.
The most hostile in history.
The most hostile because, first of all, we have
that lady was looking like, what the hell are you saying? You shouldn't be saying this.
Shutting out the press. And by the way, when they say you can't have every photographer in, they know full well that there's a thing called a pool, which is to say you have one representative from each of the media that represents all of them and shares the pictures and the sound and all that kind of thing. So that's totally disingenuous, which is a polite word. But the reason I say most hostile is because of the Justice Department moves that they've made against the phrase. Obviously, they have a contempt for the journalistic process. Those of us who are in journalism, of course, believe that it is vital if you're going to have an informed electorate, as opposed to one that's been propaganda.
There you go. Look at that look on that lady's face. She looks like, oh my God, are we going to keep letting this dude say this shit? Oh, when are we going to cut off this old white man that doesn't like Obama because he's racist? Let's get these racists out of here. So that's what we need to do, ladies and gentlemen. Instead of fixing our country and instead of fixing our leadership, let's just get us racists into those FEMA camps as soon as possible. I'm out of here. King Gunner, 1.